But if anyone doesn't provide for his family, especially those of his own household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. That was 1 Timothy 5:8. What's up, everyone? F squared here at the Blue Rose Cafe. What's up? What's up? I don't care if you know where I live. What's up? Okay, so as you can see back there, it's good and dark. Like I said, I've been up since 4, working out. I'm hired in a helium hippie. All right, this is okay. I'm hired in a helium hippie, right? I got me one of them pop prescriptions. My optic nerve swelling ain't quite went down yet, so I smoke a little doobie. But I said to myself, hey, you know, I'm clearing up. You know, it's hard to keep me down. I'm awful squirrely, so I'm clearing up. So I might as well go ahead and quit the pot early. So I'm gonna do that. But I'm high. I don't know how red. They say my eyes don't get red really, but I'm bombed. Okay, I'm like bombed, and I feel like I got one of them vapes. But okay, so what am I on about? I'll go in my next video. Will be on neurochemistry. We're gonna talk about cannabis, and we're gonna talk about runner's high, and we're gonna talk about similarities, and you're gonna like it. Okay, so Blue Rose Cafe, me running around. I was binge watching April Cassidy videos. Her last 3 videos. Okay, the first one was about, and that's who this is a response to. I'm gonna go sit over here by my real girlfriend over here. Hi, sweetheart. Say hi. Oh, don't show them everything now. Okay, so it's bananas cold. It's like 30 degrees out here. Okay, like right now. No one's awake. I've seen a few people. No one's awake really. But okay, April, your first video was cool because you were actually talking about what it's like to have a wife, more or less. You know, a godly wife, as they call them. That sounds lit. Okay, I've passed her up so many times. There's a billboard in front of my window of my apartment. That actually has a woman on it who I passed up from a church here in Tulsa, right? I know her first, middle, and last name, who she married, all that, right? She was mad at me last time I saw her. I wonder why. But I ran off. You know, I could have been the pastor of a church even, but I ran off. Too sordid a past, right? And then, what's up, Shelby? You know who you are? You know, there are girls, right, that I've run off. And I still do to this day. My little brother is a Gen Z. He's young enough to be my kid. My youngest brother, not my twin brother or my younger brother. And he and his girlfriend are trying to hook me up, even though they know I don't have a job, because you know girls can tell potential when they see it. And with my IQ being estimated to be at or near genius level, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be making plenty of money when it's time. But I need to get this fixed and this fixed. I just got a brain surgery and an abdominal surgery. That cut into my savings, so the teeth and the nose thing got kicked back. But, you know, like I like to say, my soul rages with strength. So I'm going to get that done. And I'll be back to front flips in 6 months. But the idea is I'm 32. Let's say I do get a quick turnaround, all right? And I'm ready to wife some chick up right now. And I look better and my attitude's better. Okay, so April, my attitude has got so much better because of the gratitude challenge. Every day I'm just like gratitude, thankfulness, and happy. Right? Even though I'm all messed up, right? And it works. It really does bring about cognitive restructuring. Okay, so even though I'm getting all the gains, my arm's starting to get tired. But I do want to say, first video, idealistic, because only 70% of American men ages 20 to 34, that's the fertility range, give or take, and my age is 30 something. So that leaves the other, you know, about a quarter of people with no spouse. All right, or I mean, not a quarter of people. Well, that leaves a quarter of people with a spouse, and 3 or 2/3, whatever, what am I doing? I'm trying to math. That leaves the rest, right? 70% don't have, so 30 do. So what I'm saying is 3/4 of people don't have a spouse, right? Or they're not married, right? And then cohabitation is at 12% approximately. Because you might say, oh, they're all just boyfriend and girlfriend. Psh, they wish. So, and then you got, obesity and all this going on, people overweight, poor people like me, men not receiving affirmative action, white men. So there's all this going on, and the church does nothing. The church sat by, did nothing, right? When I was growing up, when my dad was abusing me and all this, and my mom wasn't there. And so the church and God, they kind of don't do anything, but I'm okay with that. Because I realized something. The most magnanimous thing a person can do, or rather, the most godlike thing a person can do is to be magnanimous. So if I have something against God, he says, "Oh, you did this, so I'm gonna burn you if you don't love me." That's what I say. I call it like the "love me or I'll burn you forever" ultimatum. Well, that's probably unfair to me, right? Sounds hyperbolic, but it's more or less true. But even if it is, why can't I be more magnanimous than I am and just forgive him for it? Same thing with my dad and how he acted. Same thing with the church. Same thing with myself for all the ignorant I've done. I've made all the bad choices. But the point of the matter is, you had said, April, that marriage is in shambles. Yeah, it's in shambles for women. For men, it's dead. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a Christian man. Okay, yeah, you mentioned licentiousness, did you not? Yeah, okay, because if you're not channeling something properly, it's going to be channeled improperly. And like I said, I almost got into a car with a bunch of girls, a convertible, the other day when it was my boy's birthday, my friend's birthday. And they were all about it. But then I caught myself, right? Because like I say, can't provide, ungodly man, bam, boom, done. And when I do get a job, I'll be 30 something. Why do I want to risk it? For what? Because, the Bible doesn't cover masturbation. What does that lead? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Okay, through lustfulness. So I've been doing wrong this whole time anyway. See where I'm starting to go with this? You're sweet, but there's no solutions. And by the time I drum up my own, the danger. Okay, so when I do have the money, what about the men who do have money? The danger, right? It's the danger. So it's just, nope, the church didn't do anything. The pastor has been circling me like a shark, trying to get a minute with me, but I quit going to his church. He's trying to catch me outside of church so he can, how's memorizing Philippians going? And that's how he gets his foot in the door. But okay, I don't ramble on long enough. But I did want to say that, I don't see marriage in my future. Do you? And I'm just one guy. I got a little bit plus and a little bit minus. What about them? Are they just... See what I mean? There's this huge pattern. I'm not asking you for solutions. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I did ask you for an answer, April. I said, advice, mommy. And I am still hired a kite right now. I did ask you, how do I, amongst a couple of things, how do I reconcile God's "love me or I'll burn you forever" ultimatum with, all this love? You say love all the time, but I've never known that from anyone but my twin brother. So it's just like love is nebulous to me. It means nothing. God's love, that's even more nebulous. So what is love? But okay, but I did ask you, and today's National Hermit Day. Did I already say that? I did ask you, how do I reconcile? But I answered my own question. Forgiveness is what makes God godlike. You said he is love. Well, I'd say then love's forgiveness, because I don't feel love, but I know that that forgiveness does make him better than me. So I guess I ought to go ahead and copy that. Anyway. All right, I'll leave you all with a quote from Ino, whatever her last name is, from Naruto. There's no point to a flower unless it blooms.